Searching podcasts for Dave, and one more time.
Sometime last week, an English guy set a new world record in the running of the mile. He ran it in 3 minutes and 42 seconds. That sounds impressive until you realize that your overweight cousin with the bad feet can get out of their chair, waddle to the front yard where they parked, and drive their Hyundai Sonata a mile to the vape store in under 3 minutes. Just saying, we don't need to run that far no more, people. Use your energy more wisely. You know, like listening to Dave and Juan.
And 3.
Number 2.
A big old 1.
Woohoo!
America, how you doing? We're back. You. Oh,
You're welcome.
absolutely welcome. Hi, everybody. How are you? I'm Dave.
I'm Juan.
And this right here is Dave and Juan.
More time.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We're doing this. We always timestamp these things. Doing this on a Saturday evening.
Now, we hadn't done a Saturday, and
shows you what kind of life Juan and I live, that we can reach out to each other in the middle of a Saturday afternoon saying, yo, bro, you want to record tonight?
yeah, I'm good.
And Juan responds within 12 seconds. Yeah, I'm good. Anytime. Whatever. Yeah.
Just sitting here.
We've been doing a few things. Been social this week, but it's good to do it. So I just finished watching the third and fourth place.
Oh, how was that? I saw it was on.
Here's the deal. Those of you that are watching World Cup, you know what I'm talking about.
I think I actually watch the finals tomorrow.
I think. Well, I know we're going to be driving, but I know it will be on a phone. Yeah. On the way on our way to Louisiana. But yes, so it was this evening. France against England, fighting for third and fourth place here in the United States, which is exactly what they did in the 18th century. I didn't come up with that joke. I just read it. I thought it was pretty good. It was, and I know nobody, but just a few people care. Whatever the personal records were today, the people that scored, it should not be counted because it was crazy. It was like an NBA All-Star game.
Oh, really?
The score was 6-4.
Wow.
Right? I mean, granted, you know, Americans, we're like, yeah, that sounds like almost a boring baseball game, but for soccer, that's a lot of
points, man.
That's a lot of points. France went up.
Well, think about it. If you go football, that would be the equivalent of 35 to whatever.
Yeah, I'm sorry. England went up 4-0 at half.
Wow.
And then France came fighting back and 4-3. And again, nobody cares. But that's what happened today. And tomorrow is the big kahuna, the World Cup final. Why in the world are they doing it in New Jersey?
Oh, is that where it is?
Yeah, it's in Giant Stadium or Jet Stadium or whatever they call it. It's Well,
I saw as a result, all the NFL players are now saying we want grass fields because apparently some of these stadiums converted to grass.
Don't blame them. Don't blame them. That was part of. I heard somebody talking about that today. About that FIFA, Federal whatever Football Association, it can't be federal. It's something. It's whatever FIFA is. And this is where even Americans, even though we don't like to admit things, have to step back and say, okay, the NFL is the NFL. That's the most popular sport. And the NFL rules the United States. But football, soccer rules the world.
This is what, like I've said, lifelong Saints fan, playing in Paris. No.
Right.
If I had the money to go to Paris.
Right. Exactly. You wouldn't do it. But, man, these people, I'm a homer. I think North America ought to host the World Cup every 4 years. Give Canada some games, give Mexico some games like they did. But it has been a tremendously positive thing for the United States, for the game of soccer. Of course, let's be honest. World Cup ends tomorrow. And Americans' interest in football ends
right there with it
by Tuesday. By Tuesday.
And part of it is this is the time of year where in America,
Right.
well, really nothing else.
Perfect timing. You got the NBA that's got their preseason crap going on. You got baseball. Baseball's too long anyway. 160 games or whatever it is. I mean, baseball's ridiculous. Yeah. Baseball's the only sport. Your team can be 15 games out of first place midseason, and they're making a run at the end. And then football, it starts when it starts. But so anyway. So that's what we're doing. That's what's going on. You can see today, this week, why. Well, Houston's hosted a few games, and it was great. We got a covered field, man. We got. You need the AC these days. I don't know. I mean, is Baton Rouge brutally?
Dude, we're in the pool this afternoon, man, and it was like just steaming outside. I think when we got out, it was about 3:00, and I just looked on my weather app, and it was 97.
It's again, we're old guys complaining about the weather, but bruh, it's been bad, man. It's been
a little tropical depression out there, or something, or some kind of tropical system.
I got this is my least favorite part of Facebook, and I just got to get off of Facebook. I realize that I shouldn't say I got to get off of Facebook, because we do a lot of our stuff on Facebook, and that's pretty much our
it's our calling card.
It's our PR wing. But this is the time of year, and I got a feeling that people put meteorologists in front of their name that might not be meteorologists, but they put all these. They're starting with the models and AI models now. And,
right. It's. You basically, they'll throw up 5 different models
designed to scare you to death.
And I'm saying, why do I need you?
Right. I mean, just designed to scare you.
Tell me the one that it's going to be.
Not like the good old day. Again, we talked about this before. Not like the good old days of Nash Roberts.
Nash Roberts, bro, it's coming northwest.
You rolled Nash out there. He had a magic marker in his hand.
And you had your little hurricane map with the pencil.
Yeah, it probably wasn't a magic marker, because you couldn't erase a magic marker. But he had a marker in his hand and a big board. Didn't even have the states defined. It was just sort of like.
It was like a big piece of erasable plexiglass that he'd slide out in the front of the map.
And he'd read those coordinates.
Yeah.
And then half of that was just Nash's gut feel.
He'd erase it and write something else on it.
And that'd be Nash saying, the latest coordinates from the National Weather Service. Here's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
And then Bob Breck picked up on that later in life. And I don't know if this is true, because maybe it is, but I always suspected Bob figured out many years ago, and he's still around. He's not on TV.
Yeah. He posted something today about it. He's
still using the Facebook as but when he was on, was he Channel 8? What was he? Channel?
He was on 8. Yeah.
Okay. I think what Bob figured out, smart man, he would always give you the more positive forecast. Like you tune to Bob if you wanted to hear somebody say it might turn.
You want to feel good about what was going on.
Right. Bob knew.
I got the Vienna sausage, but I'm not going to have to eat them.
Yeah. Bob's like, this is why. And Bob would give you hope. Nobody wants to do that anymore. Everybody wants to scare you to death.
We talked about Martin Falls pulled out the stick, whatever the hell that is.
There you go. Yeah, good old Martin. I'm gonna have to make sure my HTV app is working. Although the last time I was really glued to the HTV app was it was Ida. That was bad.
Oh, okay.
Man, that was a few. Yeah, is that the
one?
Right,
that was right after we started.
We canceled it. We held back
because we were doing the same sort of stuff. That's when we used to record like on Thursdays. For the following Monday. So we were sitting there making fun of hurricane stuff, and then all of a sudden, by the time it was the day we were set to post this, hurricane was just smacking around.
So there was one, yes, folks, of the 200. I think this is the 259th episode of this thing. There's a lost episode out there.
Yeah.
Because we didn't release it just because it was just so.
We're trying to be sensitive, man. Our people got whacked.
That's us, man. That's what we do. So this week, it's been a fun week. We took a cruise 2 weeks ago, and then my younger son has been here this week, and we all go back to Louisiana tomorrow. But just had them home this week, and then my older son, his play, he had like an 8-month run that ended last weekend. So he's, I don't want to say anything, but the boy's basically unemployed right now.
The life of an actor.
Okay. Although we did a TV commercial, or not a TV commercial, but an online commercial. I'll tell you about it. Shot a commercial this morning. So I got both of my adult male sons home. My wife is off.
As opposed to your female sons?
Yeah. Well, okay.
You know.
I don't know why I felt to double up on that.
you just wanted to clarify.
You know, I have a tendency to over-explain.
You didn't think, you want anybody to assume their gender.
Yeah. They both are and identify.
They've always been.
As male and now adults. Anyway, so, and I work for myself, so I guess, unless I have a gig somewhere, I can pretty much do. And I told my wife during the week, the guys are home. Let's do something, flashback, whatever. And it just kind of hit me. So let's go to the zoo. And at first my wife was like, wait, first of all, it's 1,000 degrees. And I was like, no, man, because we used to, when they were kids, like young, we used to always be at the zoo. Heck, Juan, we even bought a brick. We had a brick with their names in it. I mean, it on it.
Is it still there?
I think, okay, for those of you that study the podcast, I told this story before. No, because they did a remodel at the zoo. And they were just going to get rid of all these bricks. And then people caught wind of it and raised a big stink. And this was around COVID. And they had to notify everybody that had donated money for the brick, and we got to go get our brick. Wow. So, dude, there was one day where I literally drove to Houston and waited in a line because they had to do social distancing back then, and they brought it to your car. We were so stupid. Oh, my God, we're so stupid. But so the brick with Jesse and Abe's name on it is on my back patio right now. I kind of joked this week that we used to bring the brick and just go throw it. Just go throw it in the gorilla cage or something.
Or you could have at least brought it at the gate and said, "Does this get me anything?"
Should have. But we went to the zoo, and I will say this. Even my wife after said this was a good idea. Now, granted, it was. We went middle of the afternoon. It was hot as all get out. But the Houston Zoo is designed pretty well. Yeah. They know it's Houston, and how hot it is. So there's lots of air conditioned areas and just. So you can survive it, right?
You can take a break from the heat.
Correct. But so we get there and walking around, it's fun. And there's a couple major upgrades, or at least one major upgrade at the zoo. They now sell beer. That was not the case when my kids were young. When we were out there pulling them in wagons and doing whatever, they did not sell beer at the zoo. They do that now in multiple places.
Is it reasonably priced or?
No, it is NFL priced beer. Now we ended up getting the souvenir cup that apparently if I go back to the zoo one, I can bring my souvenir cup, and that's $14 for that first beer, but then a refill something like $10. So we had probably more beers than you probably should have but it's hot, all right? Fun. It is literally fun walking around with your family. Everybody's just drinking beer, checking out and it was enjoyable. I mean, the Houston Zoo is a great zoo and looking at all the things, but man, something happened that was worth the trip. It was worth the trip. And I thought, man, I wish I'd have got video of this instead of just a picture. So we come up to this section that my wife remembered. We actually had a birthday party for the boys. This is how much we were into the zoo back then. We had a birthday party for my male sons, at the zoo. So we go through that area, and I'm getting a flashback. Like there's a petting zoo over here, and there's this and that, and it's like, oh, it's cool. So then we walk up, and there's the way they have it. I mean, the fence is not that high, and there were mongooses. At first, I thought they were groundhogs, but they're not. Because I read the sign. There's mongoose.
Are they mongooses or mongoose?
Don't know. The sign said mongoose. So, and apparently these are the ones that can mess with cobras and that kind of stuff.
Wow.
So we're standing there, and there's like, I don't know, 7 or 8 of them. They're all kind of busy. And we're literally just leaning up on the fence. They're probably 4 or 5 feet from us. I don't know that I could have reached over and grabbed one, but you felt that close. And And then all of a sudden, they all start gathering at a spot, and I look up, and this young lady, this zoo employee, comes over, and she's got a bag, and I'm like, oh, it's feeding time. They're gonna feed the mongoose or the mongoose or whatever. I mean, one right there. She's 5 feet from us, and we're like, cool. What? And you can tell these mongoose.
Yeah, they know.
They know. And I'm waiting for the kibble. I'm waiting for the whatever she's gonna toss. Bruh, she reaches into that bag and starts tossing them mice.
Oh, like live or dead?
No, they were not live. Okay. So I guess feed mice. I mean, there were mice that were probably alive up until...
they'd been alive recently.
So each of these mongoose get a mouse. They proceed to... They don't leave. They just sort of stand there and devour. And I mean, they don't eat them. It's not like a snake that swallows it whole. They basically... It takes them a good 30 seconds to a minute to tear up a mouse and eat it. And I'm just sitting there going, I am watching Wild Kingdom.
Man, so they're like ripping it with their teeth?
Yes, tearing off limbs, tearing off the head, enjoying it, man. Look, nothing makes a mongoose happier than being tossed a dead mouse.
Right, didn't have to chase it.
I was like, wow, that's a zoo experience I have never had.
And you say they fight, they go against cobras, and I'm having a flashback to my childhood. I had some Hot Wheel cars, and one of them was called Mongoose, and the other one may have been Cobra.
Hey, man, don't get me started on the Rikki-Tikki-Tavi or Rikki-Tikki-Tavi story. You remember Rikki-Tikki-Tavi? Oh, I guarantee you, Juan, thousands of people right now just went, oh, Rikki-Tikki-Tavi. Yeah, it was a cartoon. It was a I don't know, 30-minute, maybe been an hour. And Rikki-Tikki-Tavi was a mongoose in India, I guess. And yeah, it went up against the big cobra and protected the little ball.
But he had a cool accent too.
I don't remember what the accent was, but I do remember I must have seen Rikki-Tikki-Tavi like 20 times growing up. Man, it was. I even remember the line. The cobra tells the Rikki-Tikki, like the cobra gets into the boy's bedroom. And it's right up on the boy, and it's telling Rikki-Tikki-Tavi, if you move, I strike. If you don't move, I strike. I don't know why I remember that, man. But
very cool.
So that was fun. So that, and checked it all out. So, yeah, just...
Cool. We actually went to the movie this week, which was like the first time in like 100 years for me, seems like. We went to see Toy Story 5.
I would possibly do that.
But then like my wife and my daughter watched all 4 of the other ones before, and I said, I don't really think you need to catch up.
I don't know, do you?
No.
Were you able to catch up?
Yeah, if you've seen any of them. The funny thing was what's the cowboy? Dang it, what's his name?
Tom Hanks? Woody.
Woody. So Woody's got a little balding spot on the back of his head and a little belly. So, he's aging. And
that doesn't happen to toys, man.
Yeah, well.
I mean, the balding spot might happen, but the belly don't happen.
Well, they played that up for a bit. So,
okay.
But that was cool. It was cute. Then you walk in there and, oh man, I'm kids in here. I hope they don't talk.
Yeah. Who figures that the Toy Story 5 would have kids in there?
Yeah. But then I realized that on Mondays I could go to the movies with my senior citizen discount for $5.
Don't be $5. I just wish there were good movies to go see.
That's exactly what I said.
Oh man, look, we didn't talk about it, but we went to a movie 2-3 weeks ago. Went to see Young Washington.
Okay.
All right, you know the movie I'm talking about? It's, Angel Studios put it out, and it's a story of George Washington. And it's very good, by the way. Angel Studios getting a little better, and I've said this. Angel Studio has good subject matter. I like to support them.
Yeah.
They specialize in making very, very boring movies. I mean, I've been through some. I've fallen asleep in some Angel Studio movies. I mean, just good subject matter.
Well, I've seen a couple of them that are based on. I mean, they're a good story,
right?
Wholesome type.
They do a slightly better job with George Washington, and I think there's actually going to be. But so it was good. In fact, when it ends. you're like, oh no, this, it's like the Avengers. Oh no, we got to see some more of this story. I totally forgot. Or in fact, I don't even know if I forgot if I was never taught these things. We take for granted, and I say we, I'm talking about old guys like me, and I'm saying that old guys like us, and I don't think they teach this to anybody anymore. We always know that Washington and the founders, they fought England, but they were English people, man. Like up until. Yeah. And Washington wanted to serve. He was serving the English, and they refused him. A big part of, even though he ended up becoming, he ended up fighting for England and leading troops. They wouldn't give him the full glory of it. They wouldn't.
I don't think anybody or any of the quote unquote, well-known founders, were. And granted, there were people living here long before the Revolutionary War, but I don't think any of them were natural born.
I don't think so. And they were all young. That's the other thing, too. They're all in their 20s, 30s. I think Franklin was a bit older, but, I don't know. I think I knew these things at one time, but I don't know. Is it better to have known something you can't remember it than just never, they don't.
I was talking to my dad the other day, and he was raising stink because he said they don't teach. You think they even teach American history in school anymore? And I said, I really don't know.
I don't think so, man. I mean, I know they rewrite it, which pisses me.
Yeah. Well, but I also told him, I said, well, think about it this way. I said, right now, my dad was born in 1934. So I said, 1966 right now is what 1874 was when he was born. That's how the gaps in those, the 60 years. So I said, you got a lot more history now.
Yeah.
So,
well, here's all you need to know about how you can't, and I'm not gonna, I'm gonna go down this path. Glenn Beck, who can sometimes he's okay. He's when he's good, he's good, and when he's crazy, I kind of turn it off. But I don't know. I mean, maybe he's totally right, maybe he's wrong. But Glenn Beck, for years, has always talked about you have to go to the source material. And apparently, Beck made a lot of money. When he was at Fox, he was making, I'm talking, he was making $30, $40, $50 million a year when he was at Fox, and he probably does that now with his own stuff. So he's been accumulating stuff. He has his own kind of museum and stuff, and he accumulates the original things. And he always talked about the original. He talked about the original text, and he said you realize when you go back and read what was actually going on from the hand of the people that were going through it, you realize the lies and not just the lies. The biggest, it's not always that they just totally fabricate a story. They just don't tell you what actually happened.
Yeah,
it's lies through omission. Right? Things you just never hear, like, oh, that didn't. So that's my thing about the past. Look, we can see in real time the lie. Right now, we see in real time. They say the news is the first draft of history. Well, hell, they're lying right now. They're lying about stuff that happened this morning that we can see video of. They're lying. What do you think they're doing with things that happened that nobody was there to record?
Right. You got one original. Well, that's a great point.
Yeah, there's the old Norm Macdonald
videotape to go back and watch.
The old Norm Macdonald line. It's amazing. The winners are always the good guys.
I was listening to something this week, maybe yesterday, but I didn't realize countries hire social media influencers.
Oh yeah.
And they were talking about, some guy that used to work for Trump or worked for Trump in his first administration that is now an influencer for Israel.
I don't remember his name, but let's be honest. And again, if you watch the podcast or listen to the podcast, we're nobody's sycophants. We're like, we'll talk bad. But I mean, I'll probably, if you made the draw the line, how many times you agree with, some of the stuff that Trump does and I disagree, I'll probably lean more, okay, I wish he wouldn't do this, but I agree with this. But he's not, man, he hires some bad people, man. I guess when you have the mindset of I'm going to fire everybody eventually anyway, right? Because some people I think are more thinking, okay, when I hire somebody, I'm expecting you to be with me through thick and thin, and I mean you're dang near family when I hire you. And then you got somebody who's made his name firing people, so maybe he doesn't do as right. And the other thing,
might not do the deep dive, but certainly you're not getting a lot of rope.
But I can't remember. I know the guy exactly who you're talking about, and I can because they made such a big deal about, he was such a genius, social media genius. But I can remember looking at the guy at the time thinking, that dude's got some issues. That dude, right? I can remember when I'm first seeing the guy thinking, well, I hope he uses those powers for good, and I hope you could just see like, oh, that guy. Yeah, it's funny how you don't like Trump, and not just Trump, but all politicians or people in power need to find and hire people that just are good at, okay, that guy's going to stab you in the back. That guy's going to stab, right? Somebody to step in and say, hey, how about this? How about you don't invite Omarosa into the,
yeah.
Not saying you can't, or the time he had Kanye.
The common sense people.
Right. And everybody that wants to hate on it. The last president was brain dead for the whole,
Yeah, right. And what I think it was Greg Gutfeld, I saw a clip of it, said, the man who wrote this, we're supposed to believe that a man who wrote the memoir, or the man who has no memory just wrote a memoir.
Bro, we're at this. And look, again, a pox on all their houses to this day. And we talked about this. I think we almost opened with this last week. I don't know that Mitch McConnell is still alive. Right? I was reading stuff today. They're just saying, how does this work? Who gets to disappear? And it's all it's all a psyop. And I think I see part of what they're doing now. Even if he's dead, I don't know that he's dead. I hope he's not. But who knows? If I think he has to be in office technically till August 3rd or 4th.
That's what they said. I was heard that they want him, and it figures out how, I guess, if he's in, then they don't have to fill the position or do a.
It doesn't have to have a special election. Right. This is Kentucky, and here's the deal. I've got friends in Kentucky. I've got some really, really good friends in Kentucky, and Kentucky politics are. I can't say the word I want to say. Let's just say ridiculous. I was going to use another word that started with R that you just really can't say. They have quote unquote conservatives, right? They pretty much Republican, whatever. But the least conservative Republicans you can find, and then their governor is kind of a wild man. He's a Democrat. But yeah, so they don't want to let a special election happen because Thomas Massie, you may remember that name.
Yeah.
He's the guy that, him and Trump went to war with each other. Trump got him primaried and he's out. Yeah. But he's got enough of a following that if they say McConnell's dead before August or whatever, freaking Thomas Massie may well win.
Yeah. I think it's like August 3rd. Let me look and see. I mean, I'm just looking at a calendar.
Let's just put it this way. If they tell us Mitch McConnell's dead on August 7th, we know.
August 3rd is a Monday. So, and I think that's the date. So my guess is he'll die sometime around, 12:05 or the next day. They'll
announce his death.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? But that's what's going on. How do we broach this subject with not sounding mean, just a bit is the word bemused? I know amused means it's happy. I got to look that up.
I don't know what bemused means.
I shouldn't. Hang on, man. I don't want to do this, but we haven't had to go to the we haven't had to ask these things for a while. Let me just see if I can get this. What does bemused mean? Let's see. Was I using that word right? Bemused. You know what? Yeah. Bemused means confused, puzzled, or slightly bewildered. It often describes someone who isn't sure what's going on. So you know what? So my word choice there was correct. I'm a little bit bemused by something you sent me, and I even told you I hope this is a joke,
dude. I don't didn't see. Yeah, go ahead.
But looking at it and doing a little more poking around, I don't think it is. So, former congressman and well known in Louisiana,
Right,
Billy
from
Tauzin.
Jack Bay.
Billy Tauzin. And that is back in the days of, hey, listen, God loved the guy, whatever. Nobody took the spotlight away from Louisiana politicians back then for being wheeler dealers. I mean, look, we're talking the age of Edwards.
Yeah.
60 Rabin. Tauzin played that game. Heck, man, we had sheriffs like, we had Tardo and Duffy Bro. And we had sheriffs trying to blow up each other back in the day, man. We had some interesting things going on in South Louisiana. Those of you not from South Louisiana, sorry, stay with us. So Tauzin was a very influential congressman.
Yeah, then he became a lobbyist for a long time.
Cashed out. Oh, he did. Listen, man. Listen. He became the lobbyist for, wasn't it the Film Institute? Wasn't it like movie? It was.
I looked it up yesterday just to see.
Yeah. He sold his influence. He stayed long enough to get connections, and this was back before, we paid a whole bunch of attention to what politicians do, but he went off.
No, he served as the president and CEO of Pharmaceutical Research and Manufacturers of America.
Okay, I think that was later.
Did that from 2005 to 10.
Yeah, but no, he did something before. I want to say he did something with the movie industry. So anyway, okay, here and there, everybody in South Louisiana knows who Billy Tauzin is.
Yeah.
Now, if I'd asked you last week, bet you $1, is he alive or dead? You probably would have, you wouldn't have known.
I wouldn't have known for sure.
Because you hadn't heard from the guy for a while, and don't get me wrong, we have parents older than him, but so Billy, what is he? 82?
He's in his 80s, his early 80s.
He's like 82, 83 years old.
Yeah, let me go back. Yeah, I'll tell you exactly.
The post that Juan sends me is from Facebook. And
83.
Okay, 83. And it's a post. And I'm thinking, okay, surely this is a parody account. There's no way. All right.
Yeah, I don't follow him. It just showed up in my feed.
And the post is Billy is apparently showing us his fiance. And you go, what? Huh? What? Oh, I'm sure, must be some lovely 60, 70-year-old widow, someone he's known forever. You're looking for that story of, and I'm not even sure how Billy, I don't know if he lost his wife. I don't have no idea. I'm not trying to be.
When I searched online, it gives the name of his wife, which is his second wife.
Okay. So here's my point. I don't know. I don't know if his first or second, I don't know if they're alive. I don't know. But anyway, he's showing a picture of his betrothed. Bro, I swear to you, if you'd have sent me the picture and said, hey, it's an OnlyFans advertisement, and here's the deal. That's actually a compliment to whoever this young lady is.
She's very, very attractive young girl.
Very attractive. The picture he posts, let's be honest, it's pretty revealing.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, there's certain outfits you wear.
Right.
Like, if you're going to post a picture of your betrothed in a skin tight, dang near, I mean, almost like what do you call that? It's like almost, is it spandex?
Yeah, it's very tight. It's very tight, and it contours to her
correct
physique.
And then he goes on to point out that she's 33 years old and doesn't look it. Correct?
No, she looked like, That's why I kept looking at it. I kept going back. I'm saying, is this that Billy Tauzin?
I thought, is this his grandson? Is this?
Yeah.
And then he goes out of his way to point out how they're different. And I mean, you go down the line. Besides the fact,
it's annoying.
Besides the fact they're 50 years apart, and they're, don't get me wrong. And here's the deal, and that is what's annoying, and that's why. And so I wish you guys happiness. And Billy, I wish you a long life with this new person. But screw you, dude. I hate people that make a point of something. Wait a minute, nobody's telling you anything. Like, why do you come out?
I kept waiting because it's a pretty long post.
Exactly. And
I kept thinking it was going to be one of those, Juan voted Republican. His neighbor John voted Democrat.
I got news.
Juan and John are still friends because they don't care.
Billy, I got news for you. Nobody cares literally nobody cares that you are different political parties, that you are a different race, that you are a different music you like, nobody freaking cares. What raises our interest is that you are 50 years older than this person. I'm sorry. Look, and people can go, it's just a little weird. And here's my thing. Okay, dude, do it. Live your life. Don't make a big. Don't.
As we would say down there. I clicked on it yesterday. His thing popped up again today, and so there's a picture of him and her at lunch or dinner or something.
Oh, I didn't see that. So my point is, hey, bro, don't make a big radot. Okay. Your business is your business, and that's fine. And
right, it's self gratification.
100%. 100%. I'm just like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Yeah, again, like you said, if you'd asked me about Billy Tauzin, what was Billy Tauzin up to? I was like, I don't know, is he dead? Hadn't heard the name in forever.
Apparently he's dating 50 years younger than him. I sent it to a buddy of mine that used to work for him and saying, just basically with it, just the caption, bruh. He just came back. Hope there's a prenup. I'm like, well,
I got a son that'll be 34 years old in a couple of months. Billy's got a couple decades on me, and he's marrying a girl younger than my son.
Wow. All right. So two things can be true. We can wish somebody, hey, man, love everybody. God bless you, man. I hope you make it to 100. I hope you make it to 100, Billy, because that way she'll
be 40.
She'll be 50. So she'll be, and she'll still be young enough to get married 2, 3, 4 more times. And I hope that doesn't happen. But don't play that game. It annoys me.
I swear, the reason his stuff's gonna keep showing up because I scrolled through all the comments saying certainly this is fake, and somebody's going to point it out.
Ticks me off, man. Ticks me off. That it's sort of like that proactive, like, you're going to have a problem with. No, nobody has a problem with any of that. The problem is you're 50 years older. I don't know.
You missed the problem.
Maybe Billy's been working out. I don't know. I've not seen him lately. He may be looking good, but there you go. So what else is going on here? Boy, that Iran stuff, that's going well, ain't it? Huh? Juan, I got to go back. When we first started, it's not a year. Is it a year yet? It can't be a year.
No, it was, it's in the wintertime, I think, though.
It was be over. We went
at least in the spring.
Where'd we go? We went into Venezuela, man. We took out Venezuela in 7.5 minutes. And then next thing you know, we're going to do Iran. And people are saying, Iran ain't Venezuela, bro. And it ain't.
And I've been saying since the beginning. In my mind, you got two choices. Blow them off the map or get the hell out.
I don't know that. Well, the defense contractors don't want all that. They want to just bleed it out. I mean, that's why we do.
Right. We got some bridge building companies lining up right now.
100%. We don't specialize in winning stuff anymore. But then
guys are working the weekend getting the RFPs ready.
Hey, and then God bless them. I apparently we lost a couple of soldiers and some other people injured or missing, and that is. And look, I don't care. You can go. Part of being, I get it, man. We have militaries for a reason, and it happens, and it's tragic. And prayers to everybody, and that. But then you also got to look at so the announcement. I even jotted it down. Trump, what he said here. He wants them to Open the gates of hell. Okay, stop.
I thought that we opened the gates of hell on them last
No
year
joke.
when we
Didn't
got
we
rid
do
of
that?
their nuclear stuff.
Didn't I watch diagrams? Didn't I watch videos? Didn't I see Pete Hegseth showing us how we decapitated everything? Sounds like that. Yeah, hell gates have been flung open for a while, but now we're serious?
Yeah.
And God bless these poor people that lost their lives, but people that are ticked off at Iran, like, wait. When you're blowing somebody off the face of the earth, they might push back.
Right. And what makes you think that they're not? Because, they've come to the negotiating table like in at least 3 times it's supposedly been settled. And, within 3 days, they're blowing crap up again.
So everybody out there, just so you know, even though we would gladly participate, the administration has not contacted me or Juan to help walk them through both the PR side of this and maybe the common sense part of this. But there you go. There you go. The only thing more explosive than that this week apparently is
diarrhea.
That's I don't know if that's a marketing ploy, but when they're warning you about explosive diarrhea coming from lettuce.
Mm-hmm.
So all of you people, I made that comment to my wife during the week. I said, honey, I think you're the only person that may be in danger because you're about the only person that would come near a salad.
Yeah, I said I'm good.
In our family. And apparently it's lettuce from Mexico. Not hating on Mexico, but that's where these things apparently come from. And there have been 5 states now that Taco Bells in 5 different states have been traced. That's got
stuff people said. Are you surprised that you got sick from eating Taco Bell?
I mean, how would you know what it is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and again, don't get me wrong. I haven't had Taco Bell, bro. It must be a few years.
Look, I got a Taco Bell right down the street from me, and every now and then we talk sometimes about when you get that craving for a fast food burger. Every now and then I said, man, I ought to go get me some Taco Bell. Then thankfully it's a passing fad.
Last time I did it was a few years ago. I was on the road. I forget what town I was in somewhere. I was by myself. Where I had a gig, I guess, the next day. And, dinner time comes around. I got to eat. And I don't feel like going sit in a restaurant by myself or, in the hotel. I was probably staying at some Courtyard or some Hampton Inn where there's no really restaurant in it. So I got to find, and I think I pulled into a Taco Bell. No, man, listen. I can talk myself right now into a couple of hard tacos and a burrito supreme. You know what I'm saying? That
see, we've got, I don't know, it's been years we used to have a boat, and so we'd go out on the river, you're out there in the sun and drinking beer and stuff, and Taco Bell just always seemed like the right food to eat on the way home.
100%, man.
Yeah.
But the killer has got to be this, if you're getting. It sucked to get, explosive diarrhea from lettuce at Taco Bell when you know damn well that's not what you were like. You didn't even want the lettuce. They just put that in there, right? When I get a taco, if you're gonna leave anything off the taco, leave off the lettuce.
Yeah, give me some extra cheese on there. I'm good.
I'm cool with that. It might add a little crunchiness, maybe a little, kind of fake you out, make you think you're eating something healthy when you're not.
That's what I saw. Saw it today. Let's see. What is it? Let me come back here. I was supposed to said eat salad. They said it's healthy. They said, what never gets recalled? Boudin.
Boudin. Because they don't put any salad.
That's it, man. Well, what happened? I can tell you this from when I was working at Cane's, and I remember they had those, outbreaks in the lettuce and stuff. They said basically it was like Mexico type stuff, and there's no place for those guys to go to the bathroom.
Yes,
the guys are out there picking the lettuce, and they just kind of go, and then it rains, and just gets mixed up with the lettuce.
Sorry, those of you that are enjoying breakfast while you listen to No, that's where a lot of this stuff comes from. People that are out there.
Yeah, it's human waste gets mixed up in the products.
Because when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you this story. This is okay. Again, this is not being insensitive or not trying to be insensitive, but this happened the other day. We had the floors on our.
Yeah. How did that all come out? We never talked about that.
Came out fine. I'm barefoot in my office right now, and nice fresh carpet. And then we go to Louisiana. We come back. We have everything painted. So the next pain in the neck thing I got to do is, if you saw that, my office walls, they are just covered. I mean, the rest of the house has a lot of stuff hanging on the walls. Not like my office. I mean, I got a few hours worth of taking stuff down, but so we had these guys come in and they changed the floors. And one, I will give credit to people that, when they've done something about 150, 200 times or more. 4 guys come in and did a job. If you and me went out and found, if we could each talk 20 of our friends into coming help do the job, it'd have taken us a week. And we'd have quit. We'd have stopped halfway through. Bro, 4 guys come in, and this isn't a little house. And I showed you a picture of the desk, right? Yeah. The desk here in my office that I do this on, it is a massive desk.
Right, it's a big L-shaped desk.
L-shaped with marble on top, right? The fact they got this thing, you can break it down to 2 pieces. I didn't know how to do it, but apparently they did. I came upstairs to check how the thing was, and they had it out the office already. They had the door off. They had to take my door off, and they had it on these sliders, and they had it down the hallway, and I'm like, dang. But so
watching guys install carpet is something.
The pounding and the stretching of the carpet.
Right. Did they do your stairs?
Yes.
Did you see them do that? They do that. It's like that kick pad, or they kick something with their leg or their knee and just jam it in to tighten it and everything. It's like, man, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, look, it was impressive to watch, and they were here about 12 hours. It was a long, long day. But sometime during the day, and this is not their fault, this is my fault. So in the guest room, far into this house, guest room, used to be a gym. We converted it. Now it's, my wife reclaimed the room. So it's got nice furniture in there. It's got a bed in there, and there's a bathroom.
Get away from you.
Right. Well, she never comes upstairs. If somehow aliens could remove the second floor of our house and I wasn't around, she wouldn't know till I got home. She wouldn't know till I got home and said, honey, what happened to the upstairs? But so the toilet in that back bedroom had been giving me problems. I had to change. It was my fault. I hadn't changed the float. It would get stuck, so it wouldn't fill. So I ended up taking the top of the toilet, the toilet tank. I removed it, had it on the side, just so whenever you use that bathroom, you had to just tap it.
Right. You knew
tap it, and it would come. So I didn't leave notes. I forgot that's a situation. And these guys had been here all day. And I'm guessing one of them had to go to the bathroom. And here's the deal. One of them spoke English. Not great English, but English. The other 3, no hablo, bro. So all of a sudden I'm downstairs, and one of the guys, a young guy, actually 2 of them did. A young guy comes down and says, your toilet's leaking. Really? And I come upstairs, and there must have been a ½ inch of water.
Oh, wow.
On the bathroom floor, and it was onto the new carpet they just put down. Now, my wife lost her ever-loving mind. She was angry, distraught, all these things. And then I had to tell her, look, and I found out what it was. I guess one of the guys used the bathroom. Yeah. And didn't know to just tap the little floater thing or whatever. And he must have somehow moved the tubing, that feeds.
Tube and shot out the tank.
And then when the water did whatever, guess what? Because I didn't have the top on the back of that tank. So that thing just went crazy, right? Like an open faucet just all over. I mean, there was water on the walls, oh, man. Fun times at the Martin household.
Yeah, because when the water's not going where it's supposed to be, at least the tank or the top of the tank
sort of catches it, and it'll eventually stop. Yeah. It'll eventually stop. You may have some water that escapes, but it won't be catastrophic. Well,
did it mess up the carpet?
It didn't mess it up, man. It got it wet, okay. And then my wife lost her mind, so we had them pull it up and cut away the
The padding is
the padding, but the padding wasn't even wet. They showed me once they got it up because the water had not really penetrated.
Yeah.
But anyway, dude, I'm just sitting there thinking, this is this story of my life, man. I'm spending a ton of money doing this. Everything's going great. And it was really, and I told Cindy after, I said, I can't be mad at them. It's not really their fault. I'm the one that had to,
Yeah.
Like, I can't fault the guys for going to the bathroom. No. And, they're carpet guys. They're not plumbers. The guy didn't go to,
Well, if he's not watching.
That's what I wanted to know. And then the thing was, one of them, they claimed that nobody going to the bathroom. And I was just like telling the guy, hey, listen, I'm not mad, but don't lie to me.
I'm not stupid either.
I'm not mad. I understand, but don't lie to me. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm just right. But so, that was. Your toilet's leaking. No, my toilet ain't leaking. It's spraying water all over creation.
Yeah, it's not stopping. So I went today I've been needing new glasses. And if, you remember around Christmas time, I had gone into a Warby Parker store in New Orleans. And when I walked in, the salesperson didn't greet me with hello, can I help you? She greeted with me that, we've got extra large size glasses. So I left.
Bro, we got some glasses that might even fit that grotette you got.
Yeah. So today I went, there's now a Warby Parker store in Baton Rouge.
Okay.
And so went there, and I told my wife, I said, I'm going to solve this problem before we get there. So I walked in, and the girl that walks up to me, I said, I need some glasses, and I have a big head. Let's just get that off the table.
You don't need to tell me.
Right. I know. I carry this thing around every day.
Just like the occupational therapy people that had to identify me as no hair. I don't need that.
Right. I know.
So did you get some new glasses?
I ordered them. Yeah. It'll be in a week or so.
All right, I got some glasses laying around here. I don't know when I'm going to officially make the jump. I guess I can still live my life, and I'm not. For the most part, I don't notice when I can't see something. I mean, like I've never worn glasses.
I've had probably since 2013, and my prescription has never changed. It's the same.
Well, these are readers.
Yeah.
But every now and then I get ready to I got something. I'm like, oh man, I'm about to take a picture with my camera and look at it. And then I just say, hang on a sec, put these on. Dang, I can see it. I don't know. I don't know if I like the look.
But you see, I've also, the only time I ever wear sunglasses is in the pool.
Oh, I can read my watch right now. Look at that, man.
Or at the beach. I can, I guess because I'm not paying an extra couple $100 for prescription sunglasses.
I can't see how people, don't get me wrong, when people need them, they need them, but how do y'all do the bifocal stuff, man? I've put those on before. Man, that's rough.
You kind of got it, because mine it's progressive.
Or trifocal. What the heck?
And they'll tell you, you get used to it by pointing your nose. They say point your nose at what you're looking at. And that's
I'm too old to train one. I don't want to.
No, well, my wife has her contacts. Or instead of having like bifocal contacts, they're two different contacts.
Oh, okay.
Which to me, that's got to be harder because I don't know. You have to be winking or something.
I guess you do what you do. I don't know. We adjust here. Hang on a sec here. I'm getting let's see. Always, whenever I get a text from family members, there we go. Oh, my wife's trying to sell me on a new gym.
Oh.
Gym. They have a sauna in the locker rooms too. She's telling me about the sauna. I only belong to Lifetime Fitness, and I pay way too much money for the monthly because they have a sauna. I'm just an old guy. I can do weights anywhere. You go do weights anywhere. I need to text her and say, hey, let me know how many naked guys are walking around the.
That's at the gym that Joey, my wife, goes to. It's got a sauna, and I said, is it co-ed? And she said no. So
ours is co-ed. The big sauna in ours is co-ed.
All right.
I like that. Dude, I like that. You know why I like that? You ain't got no naked guys in there. Man, the other day, dude, I'm walking. I know, guys, and I know if you've listened to this podcast, this has been one of my biggest complaints about. And Lifetime Fitness it's expensive. It's a big place, but it's good facilities.
Yeah.
But oh my goodness gracious, you old, and it's all the old guys. And dude, I am an old guy. I'm an old guy. I don't like being that naked in my own house.
Yeah.
I swear to you, the other day I was walking to my locker and they had a guy. I may have actually gone, huh? I mean, the noise may have left my mouth.
Look, I could be home by myself, and I'm getting dressed with the bathroom door closed.
Like, what are you doing, dude? I mean, I just don't care. Walking around, stop it. But so I'll see if Amp Fitness has less old naked guys walking around. I may be a member.
Do the switch.
I may be.
Talk about old guys, and these guys, they're not my age or whatever, but at work the other day, I was going into the restroom, and two guys, I hear them from the outside. Two guys are standing there having a big old conversation in the bathroom, which just threw me off. And standing in front of the urinal, I said, "Excuse me. Could y'all step aside, or how about you take this conversation outside?"
Oh, they weren't urinating at the time.
No, they're finished, and they were just standing there, talking. They were talking about wine, and then they left together and went in somebody's office and continued the conversation.
Yeah, I don't know. People want, I don't know. I guess I was raised different.
If I walked in the bathroom and you were in the bathroom, I wouldn't say nothing.
Yeah. You're like, hey, we can have a conversation, but not here.
Yeah.
It's like when you go into the sauna, forget all the the old nasty naked dudes walking around the locker room. You go to the sauna, and it's a big sauna. You can probably put, if you spaced it right, you can probably have 20, 25 people sitting in that thing, and it's huge, right? But I don't understand these animals, and I don't think any of these people listen to the podcast, so I'll call them animals, who go into a sauna without any towel, so some of them are in regular, they're like workout clothes. Some are in bathing suits. I tend to go in a bathing suit with flip flops. Who are these animals that walk around a gym barefoot? You guys are many freaking acts. Like, I can almost see the bacteria on the ground. And this Lifetime Fitness is a high class. They spend a lot. They keep it clean. But please, you do not walk around. But these animals come into the sauna and they just freaking sweat. And everywhere they walk is just dripping. And when they leave, it's just a puddle.
Imagine if you slipped in there and fell in the sweat.
I walk in there because here's my thing. My thing is, man, the money I pay to be in this gym, when I walk in, I grab more towels than I need, bro. I'm in there. I got a towel to sit on. I got a towel to put on my head. I got a towel to put to catch when I drip. I mean, I'm in the sauna long. I do 30 minutes. So I know when I walk in,
that's long.
Even if I get in there and it's kind of full, I just stand there because I know y'all all leaving. None of y'all standing as long as I am. I get my space. I always have my earbuds in there. 2 rosaries, dude. 2 rosaries take about 25 minutes. 5 minutes and other things. That's how I am. I got my noise canceling earbuds. I'm in there, Tell my wife, listen to the rosary when you're suffering is sort of a, she doesn't think I don't get extra points for that.
Pain up to the Lord.
I don't get extra points for that, but I think I should. So that's what I'm in there doing. But when I leave, I'm cleaning that stuff up, and I'm in there. Shouldn't be as angry. You know what I'm saying? I should be in there calm. I'm listening to the rosary. I'm all right. And I'm sitting there thinking, you animal dripping everywhere and doing that. But all right. Complaints.
What you gonna do, man?
Before we get Juan, here's something I found this week when I was throwing away a bunch of stuff because I've been cleaning out stuff. This is a doubloon. Do they even throw doubloons anymore?
I don't know.
Okay.
The ones that they typically throw at Thibodeau parades tend to be from other parades from years.
Talking about so shout out. I know they still run. The Crew of Versailles is a very old crew in, I think it's in the Rose Cutoff, but that area. But this is a doubloon from 1975.
Wow.
The original year. It says it right there. It's 1975. It was Kingdoms of the World, and it says on here, our first year. So if anybody in the crew of Versailles,
yeah, you're collecting.
Give me a shout out. I got no emotional attachment to a doubloon from the very first year of that parade, but there you go.
Nice. So, are you going taking bids on it or?
No. If somebody literally reaches out and says, "Hey man, that'd be cool. I'm part of that," and be like, "All right, got you." What I'm gonna do? I didn't even know I had it, Juan. Stuff you find, bottom of a box. I must have thrown away 1,000 stamps, like from other countries, a couple of days ago. I'm like, when I was a kid, like, what am I doing with just reams of stamps from Portugal and the Netherlands? And yeah,
it's my younger of my two sons popped up over here the other day, and my older son was into like Pokemon cards and stuff like that, and yeah, he's got a lot of them somewhere. And so my younger son swears that he's got some that are pretty, will fetch a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
And I said, just because you see it on eBay don't mean that, anybody can ask anything. But so he's searching in the attic and stuff for the cards. And I said, well, you can't sell his cards. So, you can't without asking him. He's not going to know. He's just going to leave that stuff here.
He's got a point.
Yeah. I said, let's all be honest. I bought all those cards.
True that.
So if anybody should be making money off of it, it ought to be me.
I got to tell you, man. Well, we talked about this, and it's about time for us to get out of here. But I between having to clean out my office and my closets and everything, and I tell that to my wife, it's like I'm finding stuff, and I realize, okay, this is only important to me.
Yeah.
I forgot it was here. It's kind of cool. And I'm like, oh wow, okay. And now we got phones. I just take pictures of stuff. But all the stuff you save, you realize, nobody wants this crap. Nobody. So you're just leaving a burden from somebody else. Something, I'm saying, don't get me wrong. If something has value, I'm not throwing away shotguns and things that they accumulate some value over time. But just crap.
I bought when Joey's mom passed away. She had thousands of photos. So, yeah, I spent a few $100, bought a nice scanner. And so, I'll scan all these photos for everybody and put them up where, Joe and her brother and the grandkids can access them.
That's all cool stuff. That's amazing.
And then I started, I have lots of old photos. And I started scanning them for myself. But then I can't throw them away. It's like, so now I spent hours scanning these photos. So now I got a digital one and a paper one. And it's
dude, I threw away some stuff. I threw away some stuff over the past 3 weeks that I'd have bet you $1,000 I would never be able to make myself throw away. Here's what you have to do, Juan. You got to be tired. You got to be annoyed. You got to put 3 beers in you. And you can do it. You just got to numb yourself to like, all right. Yeah, I got, right? Again, because it's not like we're throwing away the only sentimental things we have.
Right.
Like I can reach out right now and probably grab 4 or 5 random, ridiculous, sentimental things.
Yeah.
But that's how, we'll talk about this next podcast, how the human brain is
I got
wired.
some stories about that.
All right, because you know what? We've blown past the buffet line, Juan. We got to the end of the
we
buffet.
even add the dessert. They're kicking us out for having too much.
We threw an extra chocolate fountain on there for y'all this week, y'all. But hey, we're going to push the button. Get on out of here. See if any of this stuff stuck to the magic tape up in the sky. We sure hope it did. If you want to reach us, as always, man, it's still there. Dave and Juan at protonmail.com. Or
wherever the heck you are.
Right here. Comment, share, do whatever. However that works, do it. Do it. Every week we tell you it's not a hint, suggestion, or subtle implication. It's a
freaking mandate, bro.
Go out and live your best life. Live your best life. Sometimes things go great. Sometimes they don't. Hey, guess what? Tomorrow's a new day.
That's right. If the spaghetti map goes your way, clean up them trees and, not too much.
Sometimes you're a bored mongoose sitting in a zoo and some nice lady comes over and throws you a bunch of frozen mice to eat.
Bruh. Be the person waiting for the mouse.
That's a good day. You get to sit there as a mongoose and rip a mouse apart in front of terrified people. That's fantastic. It's fantastic. All right. So, you guys have a good one. So we're back on a regular schedule. We got, I'm going to be in Louisiana, but back here next week, and we'll figure things out. Don't worry, America. We're working for you. We're working for you.
Of course.
All right. And, hope it goes well. All right, everybody, have a fantastic week. Be careful out there. Love you, bro.
Back at you, dude. Yeah, we started off this one by saying how we were recording on a Saturday night. I'm about to be a lot more flexible on my recording availability because I'm retiring.
Look at you.
Yeah. I was going to wait. I turned 65 at the end of the year, and that was the plan. But then we started looking at cost of stuff, and Joey can retire after the next school year, which technically ends or whatever in August of 2027.
Okay.
And for me, so in price and everything, like for me to get on her supplemental insurance that she'll have forever, which is a lot better price and a lot better coverage than what you could just go out and get independently, I'd have to be on her insurance for a year.
Ah, okay.
So, which means August, I got to be on it. So, and the only way I could get on it in August was to not cancel my coverage.
Dude,
now.
Look at you, man.
I know.
Starting a new career and going,
yeah,
been nice.
Yeah. So, so we'll figure that out. But I'm excited.
That's soon. We're mid-July.
Yeah. Because then I also have a week off.
I'm hoping you announced this already.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not finding out on the podcast that you're retiring.
No, I'm not that gutsy.
All right.
But I'm gonna do I got a buddy who owns a courier service. And I'll probably like he delivers from one hospital to another, so I'll help him out and go make some runs for him here and there.
Dude, way to do it. It's always been my goal. It's like I don't see myself ever stopping working, but
well, that's what I've said, and we may have said this here. It's like I don't not want to work, or I don't want to not work. I just don't want a job.
You're not gonna, doing it for the insurance. Well, cool, man.
Yeah.
All right, we'll start recording these things on Wednesday
whenever.
mornings.
Yeah, just can't be too early in the morning. I'm gonna be sleeping. No.
Get ready, America. We're about to go to 5 times a week.
That's what I joked this morning because I woke up at 6 this morning and couldn't go back to sleep. And I told Joey, I said, normally I'd be ticked off because it's like, man, my Saturday and my only day to sleep late. I said, pretty soon I'm sleep late every day.
Good deal. That's cool, man. That's cool.
All right.
It's over. Go home.